YouTube, what's going on, man? I wanted to bring a video to you about investing in yourself and your business for beginners, okay? Because when I started this whole YouTube channel and I started in real estate, my mindset was a little bit different from when I first purchased my home to what it is now. So I want to show you guys some things that you can do for yourself as well as me. I mean, I have to do some of the things as well, and I've already done a few of the steps. So now I want to be able to share it with you. I've done some research on what's best, what's not best. You also have to do research for yourself because I'm not the end all know all. I just only know a little bit of stuff. All right. The rest of it's going to come from you doing research, asking questions, and just going from there. So stay tuned, continue to watch the video, and hopefully I'll bring you something good that'll help you out. All right. So I apologize in advance because this video is about to be long. So hit the like button if you want a short video, and maybe I'll shorten it for you. All right. Hit the subscribe button if you want a long video. So the first thing you want to do, and everybody says it, you hear it redundantly, it starts to get annoying after a while, is you want to invest in yourself. This is something that I struggled with at first because I didn't invest my time in myself. I didn't put the time in to be able to see my worth. Okay. So I invested more time into other people than I did for myself. And now I'm starting to educate myself with different books. I'm starting to educate myself with different YouTube channels. It's more thoughtful when it comes to educating yourself when you want to get to a certain point in your life. Okay. So what I would do before, I would watch fight videos or, watch how to build a mansion, knowing that I really don't want a mansion and I'm not trying to build a mansion. It was just something that was fascinating. There's nothing wrong with watching those. So if you do it, that's fine. But also fill your mind with something that has substance, something that's going to take you to the next level. Once you start to do that, mentally, you're going to change the way you think. And that's what happened with me is mentally, I started understanding like I got to stop giving so much to other people and I got to give something to myself. That in turn changed my financials. So my financial mindset and my financial stability actually increased. So I was able to bring in more finances, bring in more thoughtful mindset to be able to push me to the next step. And then now I'm doing these YouTube videos because I want to be able to share it with you. I didn't see a lot of this when I was looking. So now I want to be able to share it with other folks to give you an understanding of what you should be doing for yourself. You really want to find something that interests you that will actually push you to want to do all of those other things. So if you don't find something of interest, there's no reason for you to educate yourself. There's no reason for you to push yourself further in your job. There's no reason to try to seek the next goal. It's because you have zero interest in anything. So once I found something I was interested in, and real estate is one of it, one of the things that I thought, this is something I'm interested in, but I don't know how to go about, starting it. My wife actually saw my interest in it, and she fed my mind to be able to grow and to actually do it. And so now I'm really successful in it. I love what I do, but it all started with the interest. So once you find an interest, start educating yourself, put positivity in your mind, seek it, just drive for it each and every day. I promise you it'll actually pay off, but you have to put in the time. You can't just expect 2 or 3 days there's going to be results on day 4 and 5. That's not how that works for everything. It's just like working out or training for a track meet. These Olympians don't just train for one day. They train for many years to be able to run that one track meet, and then they do it all over again. So that's going to be the same thing you got to do. All right, the next thing you want to actually invest in, something that I'm doing now. I just started this year, so I can't really harp on you guys because I just started it. But you want to start investing in stocks, okay? Stocks is something that, depending on the market, right now the market is really low. So if you wanted to buy into stocks, it'd actually be pretty good. You might lose out on a little bit, but as it starts to come back, the economy, as it comes back into its normalcy, or it increases and blast off to whatever it's supposed to go to, now you'll be able to see your stocks that you bought low on increase. Something that I do follow is I follow Warren Buffett. I work for Berkshire Hathaway. So those of you that didn't know, I'm a realtor here in Arizona for Berkshire Hathaway. Warren Buffett owns Berkshire Hathaway, and his motto is put 10% into a stock that's a little bit risky. And he has specific words on it, but I'm just going to say a little bit risky. And 90% of your money into, not meaning your whole check, I'm talking about whatever you invest. So if you have $100, put $10 into a risky stock and $90 into something that's safe, like the S&P 500 is very safe, but it's still stocks. So you're going to be able to see a return on that. So if you can start to do something like that every year, every month, anytime you get extra cash flow, you'll actually see a pretty good growth. And that's something that I'm doing now. I got about $1,000 invested almost. And I'm just continuing to go. It's going to help you out when it comes to taxes and different things like that. Consult your CPA for that, because I don't know. But one of the other things you can do, and Warren Buffett also advises on, is to pay into stocks that give you a dividend. So Apple was one of them. I'm not going and sponsoring these folks. They're not sponsoring me, but I'm just talking about what I have myself, being transparent. I have Coca-Cola, I have Berkshire, I have Apple, and I think American Express. And two of them had already paid me a dividend. It wasn't a whole lot because I didn't put much into it, but it was a couple dollars. So buy into stocks and then you'll actually receive a dividend. So now you're looking at your future. So something to look into. It definitely helps. All right, so next up, you want to purchase or position yourself to be able to buy property. So this is something that, like I said in the beginning, I purchased a home in 2015. So I had to position myself to be able to buy a piece of property. The way I did it was I needed a home for myself and my family. So we purchased a home. And the good thing about that is now you become a primary resident and the rates are a little bit lower, slightly easier to purchase with less money. I used a VA loan, so it's a whole lot less money. But that's another story right there. But now I actually have that home rented out. Okay. I have that home rented out and it's now making income. I just got my first month's rent. Actually this month, matter of fact, on the 1st. So that is a way that you can go in there and start investing. Is you already have a home. If you're in a good position to be able to purchase a second home and rent this one out, that's a great deal. If you're not, start to position yourself or look at positioning yourself to be able to do so. A primary home, great rate on it. Move out of it, make a second home your primary home, and then now this is going to be your rental property. The rate stays with the home, so you don't have to worry about it going bad, okay? You don't have to worry about it going higher or changing or more money needing to come out for the home that you already have. The rate is there. Move into the next home, capitalize on the good rates that are out right now, and now you have a rental property bringing in money just for you, okay? So that's a good way to invest without having to kill yourself. The other thing is, like, you can invest in mobile homes. You can get a nice mobile home, or manufactured home is what it's called now, or modular home. You can actually purchase one for probably about $150, fully decked out. And I mean, this is really, really nice. And I'm going on a higher end, and this is in Phoenix, Arizona. Other places might be different, I don't know. But $150,000 will get you a 3-bedroom place with a nice living room, huge kitchen. And I mean, this thing would be decked out, wood everywhere. Nice open areas. You can purchase that on a great income. So say if I purchase something like that, I can purchase that, stay in it for a year, move out of that, rent it out, purchase another one, stay in it for a year, and you can continuously do this over and over and over. It's that repetitive method, and make great money doing something like that. So don't always think that you have to buy it as an investment. You can buy it as a home that you live in. If you have the money, buy it as an investment. Have somebody actually live in there. People love to rent, whether it's modular, apartment, condo, it doesn't matter. One of the other things that you can do is get a multifamily home. So they have duplexes, triplexes, and fourplexes. So a buddy of mine is actually, and hopefully he's watching this. What's up, Mike? So a buddy of mine is renting out his duplexes. And I don't know if he has a fourplex or not, but he has a multifamily home. So let's just say that, okay? So he's renting out his multifamily homes. He was telling me, you can always live on one side, rent out the other, and that's just called house hacking. So if you purchase a home, and one of them that he posted was actually $224,000, I believe. So let's put this into perspective. My home that I'm renting out now, it was $219,000. I paid $219,000 for it. So that loan just put another $5,000 on it, and I could have had two properties. I could have lived in one paying that same loan amount that I was already paying and rented out the other one and actually make some income off of that. I could actually rent it out, possibly, depending on the market, rent it out enough that some of that actually spills into my mortgage and pays for some of my I guess, rent or mortgage on my side, okay, or my unit. Once you do that, live in it for a year, you already have this tenant. You can move out, get another tenant, and you can actually duplicate and purchase another unit and do the same thing over and over. Again, repetitive. This is investing for beginners, okay? You're investing in yourself. You're investing in your future for your family. The work you put in today needs to pay off for something tomorrow. Don't put in all this work today and have nothing pay off in the future. You want to be able to have that come back to you. So multifamily units is really good for you. All right, so when you move in, and I kind of said it in one of the examples, when you move into a home as a primary residence, the benefit is, one, you can, if you're a first-time buyer, it's actually really good for you too, because there's a couple programs. So look into your state-specific programs for first-time home buyers. But the lowest rates, so right now you have the lowest rates. Investor rates are a little bit higher. Some of the investment rates are 5%, as opposed to now there's places doing 2.5, 3%. So there's a 2% difference. Type it into a mortgage calculator, and you'll see the difference. You'll see the payment difference if you just look that up. It is real dramatic. So look at that and understand that you can capitalize on the market as a primary residence. Okay, there's less down payment as a primary resident than if you were to do an investment home. I'm not telling you can't do an investment home. If you have a chunk of change sitting in the bank, feel free to do so. Okay, but you want to leverage the most amount of money and the most amount of time, space, and energy that you can. Okay, look at it just being a start. Okay, you're starting with one, which is you. You're starting with your first home. You're starting with first-time owner, good rates, all of this good stuff. Okay, that's going to be the best benefit for you. So jump into it whenever you can or whenever you feel comfortable. All right, a benefit for purchasing the multi-family home is you'll actually have one large mortgage on it. So it sounds crazy, but it's one whole building. So say if you get a 4-unit, okay, a 4-unit home for, let's say, $400,000. So the home I'm in now is $400,000. 4 units, 3 of the units are able to be rented out, and then you're going to live in one of them. You're the primary resident. You actually get a good rate, like I said. So you pay the mortgage on that 1 unit. The other 3 units are being paid for. If you do it the right way, I can almost guarantee those other 3 units will actually pay for your unit. So you won't have to pay rent, mortgage, or anything. You'll get those units to pay their mortgage by sprucing up things, doing whatever you need to do in order for that to rent. Now that pays for your unit and you live rent free. So that's a great deal for you. definitely look into that because it's something that will build a future for you. Once you move out of it, you can still now rent that fourth unit, and now you have an extra piece of income. Again, remember, those 3 were paying for that one. Now those 4 are paying for the whole mortgage as a whole, not just one unit at a time. You need to not look at it like that. All of these people are paying down your $400-something thousand mortgage. My home is $400,000, and I'm paying $1,900. You're going to get more than that here in Phoenix, Arizona for a 4-unit home or a 4-unit multifamily home. Okay, you're going to get way more than $1,900. So your mortgage being paid down, man, you'll be living really good. So definitely something else to look at as for investing in yourself. All right, so one of the last things I want to talk about is if you can get some assets that grow money over the long term. I'm talking about things like pictures, artwork, things like that. I have a friend of mine that's an artist now, and I actually purchased one of her pieces, and she's been doing amazing over the last year. And this is not why I purchased it, I just like the artwork, and I like to support my friends. But if she becomes famous, you got to look at, I now have her signature when she was a young pup in this artwork game, and I have a piece of her art, and she's somebody that's making thousands, millions, billions even, and I have the art. That's just going to appreciate. It's going to now gain money over time because people are going to really want that, and it's going to be a hot commodity. That's just an example. If you listen to like Jay-Z and different folks like that, Jay-Z actually said it in one of his videos. He bought artwork. I think he bought it for $1 million, and he said he's hoping it's going to get $2 million in a couple years, and then it's like $8 million, $9 million. The thing is, you want the money to grow in this piece of art to be able to sell it in the future. Not only does it have to be something that can grow, like meaning art only. That's not the only thing you can purchase. You can actually get collectibles. You can get vehicles, coins, cards, stamps. People do that. Whatever it is, as long as it grows money long term, this is not the buy and sell. This is the buy and hold. You have to buy it and hold it for a long time. So just understand, you want to set yourself up to be able to have longevity. Okay, all of these things, investing wise, is for longevity, not for the short term. So holding these coins, holding these cards, holding the artwork, it's going to build so much money in the future that you should be able to pass it on to your kids if you don't need it right now. All the other items that you're doing are going to position you to help you right now. The artwork and assets and things, you can pass that to your kids and have them live a great life. Set them up for something more positive so they're not struggling and having to worry about, paying for school and kids and things like that. These are just a couple of steps that'll help them out. If that's something that you want to do, okay? Just buy things that I appreciate. Try to figure out ways to make some passive income, and man, just enjoy life. Find something that you're interested in and that you love. Okay. So I'm glad I could share this stuff with you. It's near and dear to my heart because it's things that I've done, and it's actually helping me build a future for my family. My family loves it. They don't love so much the hard work that I got to put in because I got to do like 2 and 3 jobs sometimes. Just to be able to set us up for this great situation. But I now see the fruits of my work. All my labor and work that I put in is now paying off. So if this is something that you enjoy, I hope you continue to watch my videos, man. I love doing these videos for you guys. Comment down in the bottom, Shamrock, so I know that you made it all the way down to the end, and hit the like button and subscribe. And the best thing that I can ask for you to do is share my story, okay? Share this YouTube channel with friends, family, post it on your page, on Instagram, Facebook, put it on Snapchat, whatever social media site you have, share it for me, man. I love each and every one of you guys for watching me, man. Continue to watch, and I hope you guys thrive.